Hey y'all, today I'm bringing you some good news, some great news I should say. Andrew Cuomo, governor of New York, has resigned over sexual harassment allegations. This is great, not allegations. The report said that he did do it. Done by two independent investigators, interviewed about 170-ish people, and they found that the work environment was filled, like, rife with fear and intimidation, and it was not a great place for women to work. Anyone to work, but especially women. So this is great news. I'm glad that this happened. I'm glad he resigned. He didn't do it for, he only did it because he doesn't want the heat. Like, he can't take the amount of pressure now that's been put on him, so he needs to resign. Because if he gets impeached, he won't be able to run for governor again or any sort of political office, right? So he's afraid of that. If he gets impeached, it looks worse for him. I won't be talking about the specifics of his COVID-19 messing up, or his sexual harassment allegations, because I talked about that in another video, and it should be, I think, here, right on the right side of your screen. This little thing should pop up, giving you the link to the video that I did about Andrew Cuomo, that y'all should watch if you want to know my thoughts on Andrew Cuomo and his COVID-19 completely messing it up there, and his sexual allegations and the details of it. So go right here. Yeah, right here. I'll also leave it on my end screen as well. So yeah, let's get into this video. It's going to be short and sweet. Just watching his resignation, watching the details about it. Hope you all enjoy. So let's get to it now. Let's go.
Time coming. Others saying it should have happened. Many are saying it was a long time coming. Others saying it should have happened much sooner.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty clear by today, Angie, that Governor Cuomo had moved far past political survivability or political viability, and finally acknowledged that reality and stepped down. I was saying to somebody earlier, it was not a question of whether this is going to happen; it's simply a matter of when. And it should have happened sooner, but Governor Cuomo finally figured that out today, for better or for worse, or for better for the people of New York, but and just stepped down.
How will this affect or impact, I should say, the Democrats?
I think one of the things that was driving this, Angie, was the fact that Cuomo looked around and realized that he had not a single ally left standing in the Democratic establishment.
Yeah, that's a good point.
From the president on down to regional governors, including Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf, there have been calls for his resignation. So he was cut adrift by the party. He was cast aside by the party establishment, recognizing how very damaging this was for them. I can't say whether there'll be long haul damage to Democrats as a whole, because they clearly stepped up and told him to step aside, but certainly it is a black eye they do not need.
Mm-hmm. And where do things go from here, John? What's interesting is during that press conference, Cuomo talked about this being, a political smear campaign. That if he could argue the facts, that
Completely,
he would
yes.
argue the facts. But he's going to, of course, let things play out. But where will things go from here?
I mean, if you're going to argue the facts, if the facts are on your side, you don't have anything to be worried about. But the fact is, two independent investigators interviewed like 170-ish people in your administration, in your office. And the conclusion that they came to was that your environment was a hostile work environment, rife with fear and intimidation, and a bad place for young women to work. That's what happened when you let it play out, Andrew. It's not on your side. It's just not on your side, bro.
Because of course it raises the red flags and the concern that will there be actual justice now brought forward. These 11 women, two of which have come forward, and one of which has spoken out publicly now as to whether or not they're going to get that closure, they're going to get that vindication.
Yeah, I guess a couple of thoughts to that. And Angie, even though he tried to, I was listening to that bit of tape you were playing before we began talking, where he tried to say he wanted to do the noble thing and put the people's, and have the people's business resume. But in a breath earlier, he had sort of had dismissed it as a or tried to smear it rather as a distraction, trying to downplay the severity.
Yeah, that's two contradictory statements.
New York is in the predicament that it is right now is because of the actions of now former Governor Cuomo. It's obviously a substantial thing, and you had these very brave women who stepped forward to tell their stories. There are still criminal investigations that are proceeding here, one particularly by the Albany County Sheriff's Office, by this woman who has alleged that the now former governor had sexually assaulted her. I was MSNBC reporting a little while ago that could be a Class A misdemeanor.
Yeah, he should get in trouble for this, legal
prosecuted.
trouble. Should be
So there's
prosecuted
still
for
some
this
serious legal
sexual harassment.
ramifications here for now former Governor Cuomo, even though he has left the political stage.
Very quickly, John, we were just showing a picture of Kathy Hochul, who will now be taking over in the next couple of weeks from Andrew Cuomo. Her position, her role now, moving forward with this.
Yeah, she's a figure who is universally respected within the Democratic Party. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand of New York has praised her for her professionalism and her dedication to public service.
Good.
Certainly she's going to try to get the state back onto an even footing. And when she does speak publicly about this, and everyone I think is waiting to hear from her and what she's going to say about how she's now going to set a new tone for the state of New York moving forward.
Yeah, exactly. We'll keep a close eye. John Misick, editor-in-chief of the Pennsylvania Capital Star. Good to speak to you again, John. Take care.
All right. So let's read the article. That was a nice little video. Yeah, I'm glad Cuomo left. It seems to me from this video that Cuomo's still making excuses and not really admitting his fault. Seems that he's very stuck on that he's going to keep doing that. I think he's an idiot and a freaking sexual deviant, a pervert. Let's look at this video. I think this is his apology or something, or resignation. Let's look at it.
New York tough means New York loving. And I love New York. And I love you. And everything I have ever done has been motivated by that love.
Oh, okay, sure, buddy.
And I would never want to be unhelpful in any way. And I think that given the circumstances, the best way I can help now is if I step aside and let government get back to governing. And therefore that's what I'll do. Because I work for you. And doing the right thing is doing the right thing for you. Because as we say, it's not about me, it's about we. Kathy Hochul, my lieutenant governor, is smart and competent. This transition must be seamless. We have a lot going on. I'm very worried about the Delta variant, and so should you be. But she can come up to speed quickly, and my resignation will be effective in 14 days.
Yeah, basically a BS non-answer, a politician's answer. Yeah, so, there's a criminal Kumo's accuser. Let's watch that video too.
Why did you file that criminal complaint with the sheriff's office?
It was the right thing to do. The governor needs to be held accountable.
And just so I'm clear again, being held accountable to you means seeing the governor charged with a crime.
What he did to me was a crime. He broke the law. Then they started to be hugs with kisses on the cheek. And then there was at one point a hug. And then when he went to go kiss me on the cheek, he quickly turned his head and he kissed me on the lips.
What did you say?
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything this whole time. People don't understand that this is the governor of the state of New York.
Yeah, the power
There
differential.
are troopers that are outside of the mansion, and there are some mansion staff. Those troopers that are there, they are not there to protect me. They are there to protect him.
Yeah, so basically the power differential scared the hell out of her, and she decided to, not say anything. This is a classic, unfortunately, a very classic situation when it comes to these kind of things. The power dynamic with the guy in power and the women who's being sexually harassed or assaulted. They're afraid to come out and speak out because of the fact that they don't have power and they'll be threatened and harassed, and you know, a lot of bad things will happen to them. But thankfully, thanks to the Me Too movement, there's support, there's help, there's power, so they can actually come out and take down sexual predators like this man, Andrew Cuomo. So that's been good. Just a short little video. I'm glad Andrew Cuomo stepped down. Hopefully the new governor of New York does really well with the Delta variant rising in North America, and now in Canada. We have to have strong leadership and make sure that we get rid of this variant as quickly as possible. And this might sound radical, but I think we should mandate the COVID-19 vaccine, period. If you want to go to work, if you want to go to any public area, you have to get vaccinated. And make vaccine passports too. I mean, for Ontario, because our idiot Ontario governor premier hasn't done it. Because he's conservative, and he said he doesn't want to divide the society. But, you know, he's an idiot. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed that video, please hit the like button and subscribe. Hit the bell button too, so you know when I'm going to post. My links will be in the description box below and in the comment section. I'll put timestamps in the videos as always. See you all on the next video.